Students with disabilities may receive special education and related services from a variety of personnel. Understanding these types of personnel, the amount of time they serve students with disabilities, and their qualifications can help states and local education agencies, or LEAs, make informed decisions about special education services that can ultimately improve student outcomes. So, what do we mean by special education personnel? There are 3 categories of personnel that states must capture data on and report to the U.S. Department of Education. Special education teachers who provide specially designed instruction to students with disabilities, related services personnel who provide students with disabilities a variety of educational services such as speech-language therapy, and special education paraprofessionals who, under the direct supervision of a teacher, provide instructional support such as tutoring. It's important to note that personnel data include both staff directly employed by an LEA and staff who are contracted by an LEA to provide services. States report these different personnel based on the portion of time that they serve students with disabilities. This is referred to as full-time equivalency, or FTE, and is different from just reporting the counts of personnel. For example, if there are 2 full-time teachers serving only students with disabilities, and 1 full-time teacher serving students with disabilities half of his or her time, the state reports the teacher's FTE as 2.5. Aside from FTE, personnel data also capture information about certification, licensure, and qualification status. States report special education teacher certification status as fully certified or not fully certified, and states determine the certification criteria. States report related services personnel in 11 different categories, and states must report certification or licensure status for each category. Similar to reporting special education teachers, states report certification or licensure status for related services personnel as fully certified or licensed, or not fully certified or licensed. States determine these certification or licensure requirements for each personnel category. If a category doesn't require certification, the state reports the personnel as fully certified or licensed. Finally, states report special education paraprofessionals based on qualification status. States report qualification status as qualified or not qualified, and states determine the qualification criteria. States also must report both special education teachers and special education paraprofessionals based on the ages of the students with disabilities they serve. States report personnel data in 2 age categories: the early childhood category, which includes students with disabilities who are ages 3 through 5 and not in kindergarten, and the school age category, which includes students with disabilities who are 5 years old and in kindergarten, as well as students ages 6 through 21. When do states submit personnel data? States submit the data annually in the late winter. These data must only include those personnel who are serving students with disabilities on the official state child count date. This is a specific date states choose to pull information for certain federal reports, and the date must be between October 1st and December 1st. For example, if a state's official child count date is October 15th, a special education teacher who is not hired until November 1st would not be included in that year's personnel data because the teacher was not providing services on the state's October 15 child count date. States must take steps to ensure that personnel data are of high quality so that stakeholders have confidence in using the data to inform decision-making. Now let's take a look at how states and LEAs can use these personnel data. These data can inform states and LEAs about the personnel serving students with disabilities and whether there are enough staff in LEAs to support student needs. Analyzing FTE data may uncover trends in staffing shortages for certain categories of personnel, which could indicate a need for better recruitment or retention strategies. Personnel data may also reveal regions of the state or LEAs where there are large portions of special education staff who are not fully certified, licensed, or qualified, indicating a need for professional development opportunities. Understanding these data can lead to identifying strategies states and LEAs should employ to attract, prepare, and retain personnel to meet the needs of students with disabilities. For more information about special education personnel data, visit the IDEA Data Center website at ideadata.org.